Hey students, today we were going to learn another math lesson, and that is finding the percent of a number. Yesterday we discussed about the percentage formula and how to find the base, the rate, and the percentage of a given problem. For today's activity or for today's lesson, we will expand our learning about percent. I know you're ready, so let's start. We have here example number 1. On a 20-item test, Ronald answered 4/5 of the problems correctly. How many problems did he answer correctly? So we have here, or we can say that 4/5 out of 20, Ronald answered it correct. So we can also express this as 4/5 times 20. And if we're going to multiply a fraction to a whole number, all we need to do is to 20 divided by 5 multiply it by 4. Okay, so let's do now the calculation. 20 divided by 5, that is 4, and 4 times 4, the answer is 16. So therefore, Ronald answered 16 problems correctly. Okay, so always remember that we multiply a fraction to a whole number. Just divide the whole number to our denominator and multiply it with our numerator. Let's proceed to example number 2. Find the 75% of 24. First things first, we need to change the 75% into decimal. It's because we cannot multiply a percent into a whole number. We need to change it first into decimal. And there is an easy way to change 8% into decimal. Just move our decimal point 2 places to the left. Now, for the 75%, the decimal point of the 75% is right here. And to make this one as decimal, just move 2 places to the left. So let us move 1 and 2. So 75% is also expressed in decimal as 0.75. Now since we already changed the 75% in decimal, we can now multiply it with our whole number. So 0.75 multiply it by 24, we get an answer of 18. Therefore, 75% of 24 is 18. Now, let's proceed to percent ending in a fraction. When percent contains a fraction, we need to change the fraction to decimal first. For example, we have here 6 and 1/2% may be written as 6.5. Why do I have here 6.5? 6.5 here is our fraction as 1/2. The 1/2 is expressed as 0.5 in decimal. How do I get the 0.5? I just divide 1 divided by 2. So let us try 1 divided by 2. We cannot divide 1 to 2 because 1 is lesser than 2. So we're going to add a decimal point and add 0. If we do this one, we need also to put a decimal point at the top and continue dividing. 10 divided by 2, that is 5. 5 times 2, that is 10. And 10 minus 10, that is 0. That's why we have here 0.5. 0.5 plus our whole number 6, that makes it 6.5. Okay, but 6.5 here is still in percent. This is 6.5%. We need to change this one again into decimal. So to change this one into decimal, moving the decimal point to the left and removing the percent symbol, thus 6.5% is equal to 0.065. Okay, so I'll just move the decimal point here 2 places to the left, 1, 2, to make it 0.065. So let us try our example number 3. Find 6 and 1/2% of 550 pesos. So we already expressed this 6 and 1/2 in decimal, that is 0.065. Multiply it with 550. Okay, so 0.065, multiply it with 550, then we got the answer of 35.75 pesos. So that's 6 and 1/2% of 550 pesos is 35.75 pesos. Now, there are times that percent goes or go over 100% or more than 100%. Okay, one of the example of that one is 125%. For example, 125% of last year's income means all of the last year incomes plus the 25% more. That means 125%. So we have here an example. Let us try the example number 4. What is the 250% of 7,950 pesos? Since 250% in decimal, that is 2.50. And we have this 2.50. I just moved the decimal point 2 places to the left, 1 and 2. So here is now our decimal point. So that makes it 2.50. So 2.50, okay, multiply it with 7,950 pesos, we get the answer of 19,875 pesos. Okay, so always remember that when a percent goes over 100, we'll just add it and change that one into decimal. After change that one into decimal, then we could multiply it with our number and we could now find our answer. Now there are times that percent, where we add percent or there are less in our percent. When a problem requires a percent that is more than, just add it to our 100% before finding the percent of a problem. Like for example, a sack of rice cost 1,250 pesos last year. The price of sack of rice for this year is 15% more than the last year. Now, how much is the cost of the rice for this year? From the given information, we have 15% plus 100% because 15% more for this year. So 15 plus 100, that makes it 115%. And then, after we put this one into percent, we need to change this into decimal. So 115%, that makes it 1.15. Multiply it with our number, with the price of the a sack of rice, that is 1,250. And we got the answer of 1,437.50 pesos. Therefore, the price of a sack of rice is 1,437.50 pesos this year. Now, there are also times or problem that requires a percent that is less than. So when we have this less than, just subtract that to our 100%. For example, Mr. Marquez bought a t-shirt for 250 pesos last summer. During Christmas season, he noticed that the t-shirt was being sold at 20% less. What was the cost of the t-shirt during Christmas season? From the given information, we have 100% less than 20%. So we're going to subtract it with our total 100%. 100 minus 20, that makes it 80%. So 80% of 250, change this one into decimal, that makes it 0.80. Multiply it with the price of the t-shirt, which is 250 pesos. 0.80 times 250 pesos, then the answer is 200 pesos. So therefore, the price of t-shirt during Christmas season is 200 pesos. Remember, to find the percent or the amount of a number, first change the percent to decimal or fraction and then multiply. So let us try some word problem here. We have Mrs. Martinez with a salary of 12,500 pesos a month was given an incentive of 8.5% increase in salary because of her efficient work. Now, what was her salary after the increase? So we can say that Mrs. Martinez got 8.5% increase out of her 12,500 salary per month. Now, so we can say what is the 8.5% of her 12,500. So, first things first, we need to change this one into decimal by moving our decimal point 2 places to the left, 1 and 2. So, just affix 0 and add 0 before the decimal point, so that makes it 0.085 times 12,500. Okay, now let us now multiply 12,500, multiply it with 0.085. Now let us multiply 5 times 0, that is 0, 5 times 0, that is 0, 5 times 5, that is 25. So we got here 5, carry 2, 5 times 2, that is 10, 10 plus 2, that is 12, so 2, carry 1, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1, that is 6. Next, we go to the second number, 8 times 0, that is 0, 8 times 0 is 0, 8 times 5 is 40, so 0, carry 4, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 plus 4 is 20, so 0, carry 2, 8 times 1 is 8, 8 plus 2, that is 10, so 0, 1. So we have here third number, 0 times 0, that is 0, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last 0 do we have? We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let us add. So 0, 0, 5, 2, 6, 0, 1, and just disregard the 0 here. So how many decimal point? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it means to say, what is now the increase of Mrs. Martinez? Because of her incentive, which is the 8.5, the increase is 1,062 pesos at 50 centavos. So it means to say, Mrs. Martinez got an incentive of 1,062 pesos and 50 centavos from her salary because of her efficient work. Okay, so we have here the last problem solving. I want you to answer this problem, and please write your answer in the comment section below. Okay, so if you have any question, please write your question in the comment section also. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you've learned new things about percent, and please review our lesson for our quiz tomorrow. Thank you so much and have a nice day.